Chapter 1. Complicated Life. How it happens. Life is complicated sometimes. The exam you failed, the relationship that didn't work out, the man who betrayed you, the competition you didn't win, the dream you couldn't pursue, the time you could never get back, the regret, the past. At one point in life, you just want to throw everything away because you feel that it is too much. You want to be happy, but every time you do something, it only makes you suffer. You want to live a simple and meaningful life, but it doesn't go through that way. It's not simple, and it's difficult. It's complicated, but it has no meaning at all. From time to time, it's getting tougher and tougher, and just more complicated. Then you say, "Oh God, what a complicated life." Complicated situation is the thought-made problem. Your thought creates this problem. For example, when the weather is hot, you think that you could get burned under this heating temperature. You decide not to meet your friends at RUP because home is more comfortable, and then you fall asleep. There is no problem. Not at all. But time flies so fast, unthinkably fast, and 1 week has slipped away, just like one day. Now what? Now, one-night policy. Period. Stressful mode is on, isn't it? What's wrong with the temperature? What's wrong with the 1 week preparation? What is wrong? In fact, there is nothing wrong with anything, but it's your thought. Now don't ask why you do what, at exactly when, because your thought is the problem. It creates complicated situation. Causes of the problem. More often than not, pressure is an agent of problem. When people put pressure on you, how do you feel? Now you get it, don't you? And when you put pressure on your teammate, doesn't it feel the same? Does it feel any different? The only difference at this time is that pressure is not your problem, but your teammate's problem. Pressure could block our creative faculty, and it could make our idea become complex, obsolete, and unusable. The truth is, in our new changing world, time has become dominating factor limiting our happiness. We get a sense of urgency, always doing things in a rush way, never satisfied with what we have done. The last thing you need is one-night policy, for example. But as far as exam is concerned, one-night policy is the first thing that comes to your mind, because you often put the priority of your study last, the last minute, so to speak, because you don't have enough time. Time. You can use it, but you can't keep it. You can have it, but you can't buy it. You can either run or walk with time, but you can't stop it. You can have a relationship with time, but you can't always love it completely. Sometimes you hate tomorrow. Sometimes you hate yesterday, just like you hate today. People can also make your life miserable. Your spouse, your friend, your coworker, many others. How? Oftentimes you have fallen into the sense of belonging and dependency. You have lost part of yourself when you compromise the value of your life just to please others. One day, you realize that you are not being who you are, because he might not like your personality. Maybe it is never a good idea to show him who you really are. Maybe you need to impersonate somebody else who is not totally yourself. In the end, you feel incomplete. Imagine another scenario when you invest so much happiness in one person's heart only to learn that he has never truly loved you from his heart. But look, you have so much invested in him, your time, your effort. You even change yourself for him. What do you get from him? Nothing. Miserable life. Period. How it affects your life. We're not done yet, are we? Complicated situation is one problem, but self-hate is another problem. You still hold a grudge against yourself. Self-hate, as we call it. Who creates complicated situation? Who knows? And who cares? You. Why? Because you choose to hate that situation, and you choose to hate yourself. You feel bad about the way your life has treated you. You hate your life. You hate everything. You hate when you fail. You hate when they fail you. And you blame. When your life gets tough, you blame yourself. But at one point when you have nothing to blame, you may truly accept yourself and decide. Problem or freedom? Some people decide to fight for their freedom. 3-minute motivational speech topic. Fight back. What about you? Will you fight back with a hope or drown in the depression? Will you fight for your life or surrender to the problem? Will you be the master of your simple life or slave of complicated life? Will you let your life be simple in a wonderful way? Simplicity, my friend, is the beauty of life. Simplicity is the creation of life. You can make your life simple and you can experience joy to the fullest. If you want to relearn the concept of simplicity, you'd better learn from a little kid because he knows what it means to be simpler, not PLER. Problematic, lifeless, erroneous reasoning. Life is meant to be simpler, not complicated. Life is well deserved for more freedom, not problem. And life is unmistakably a decision made by you, not by others. But in order to obtain simplicity and harmony of life, we need to take back what belongs to us. To get the freedom that our Mother Nature has given to us, we need to fight back for what we deserve. To be able to make the decision for our life, let's make it less complicated. Fight back. Fight for what is right. Fight for life. And fight for the dream that we have. Fight against the pressure that you've got. Outrun time, outsmart problem, and fight to break free from time. You don't need to have a relationship with time. Purify your heart and fight for what is right. Stand up for the love and loyalty that you have. Don't let hatred overrule your soul. Don't allow self-hate to control your thought. You can think this way. Problem is, the reason I am fighting, but I fight because I want to prove that I am better than who I was. Complicated situation, go away. You can do it. You can be better. I believe in you. Read the entire book at Why Read APP.
السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.